guys, so here is my Kylie Jenner's makeup and hair tutorial, and I've been really loving her whole style right now, so I really wanted to recreate something. So starting off, I'm going to color correct my under eye circles with this color correcting Burnt Coral by MAC. So the foundation I'm using is Makeup Forever HD foundation. I always seem to go back to this foundation just because it's really moisturizing. It's great for the summer because it's super light, but then there's some coverage there as well. The shade I'm using is N123. The concealer I'm using is by Maybelline Age of Rewind Eraser, and the shade is in Light. This is my favorite concealer ever, and I think this is my third one. And the best thing is it's affordable as well. So I'm going to speed through this, but I am using a wet beauty blender to blend that all in nicely. To highlight even more, I'm using this Urban Decay Naked Concealer. This one is a lot brightening than my Maybelline one, and this kind of reminds me of the MAC highlighting pens, but it's not drying at all. It will just blend nicely into your skin. So once you're looking a little bit like this, you want to make sure that product is worked into your skin and all nicely blended. So once I do my under eye area, I always like to set it straight away just to prevent any creasing from happening. The powder I'm going to use is this translucent powder by Mercier. So I'm just going to load up some powder on my wet beauty blender and just pat this on my under eyes and a little bit my forehead and my chin. This will make sure my concealer does not move throughout the day. So on my eyes, I'm using this Smashbox Lid Primer, and I like to use this because it gives a good base for my eyeshadow and it makes all my eyeshadow colours pop. To make sure that doesn't move, I'm just going to set this quickly with a white clear shadow. So for my brows, I'm just going to go in and fill them in with my Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow in medium brown. So I'm just gonna speed through this, and I do have an in-depth video on my eyebrows, so if you want to check that out, I will link it below. So moving on to contouring, I'm using this LA Girl in the shade Toasted. You will always find Kylie super contoured, and she always looks amazeballs. So yeah, just want to emphasize my cheekbones and make my forehead smaller and define my nose. But yeah, this thing is really accurate. The little tip thing at the end is amazing, and it blends in really nicely into your skin. To blend that all in, I'm using my MAC 120 or 130 brush. I'm not too sure on the number of the brush just because it's kind of scratched off, but it's the small stippling brush by MAC. Yeah, this is awesome to blend in this sort of creamy consistency. To make sure there's no harsh lines, I'm going back in with my beauty blender and just diffuse that harsh line, just to make sure it's all nicely blended. So when it comes to my nose, I always like to bring it up to my eyebrows just to bring out my nose a little bit more and make it look a lot higher. Okay, so now for eyeshadow, I'm using this colour Frappe by Makeup Geek. I'm just going to put this above my crease, and this is a great transition colour. To define my crease, I'm using the colour Cocoa Bear by Makeup Geek, and I'm using the small tapered blender brush by Makeup Addiction. This is my favourite brush ever to get into the crease. And to darken up those eyes, I'm using Bada Bing by Makeup Geek. I'm going to put this at the end and bring it up to a little bit of my crease and just wing it out slightly just to give more of a cat eye look. To clean up my lid area, I'm going to use a bit of concealer, and before my eyeshadow, I'm going to use this as a base, and this is by Nude Sticks. Yeah, and the eyeshadow I'm going to use today is by Makeup Geek in the colour Magic Act. This is a fold shadow. I don't know if you can see it, but it's really super pigmented. I absolutely love the colour. And for my inner tear duct colour, I'm using Ice Queen, and I'm going to put this on my brow bone as well. To line my eyes, I'm using this Berry M waterproof liner as usual. I don't want to darken it too much, but just a little bit slightly, just to define my eyes a little bit more. To set that liner, I'm going to use a black eyeshadow and just run this over just to make sure that liner doesn't move. So to give more of a cat eye look, I'm going to use the same black eyeshadow and just wing it out slightly, because the picture I have of Kylie, she had a cat eye look, but it wasn't super intense. So the lashes I'm going to use today are from KOKO lashes in the name SOHO. So I love these because they give you length and they're wispy, but they're not intense either, which is amazing, and I'm sure Kylie wears wispy lashes. So the glue I'm using is from House of Lashes, and I'm telling you, this is the best glue ever because it dries straight away and it doesn't move throughout the day. So I just covered that lash band with a bit of black eyeshadow. So very lightly, I'm just dusting off that translucent powder. To set that contour, I'm using my Minerlize Skin Finish in the shade Dark Deepest. So for my bottom lash line, I'm going to go in with Cocoa Bear and then the dark Bada Bing colour just to finish off my eyes, and then a bit of mascara. To finish off my eyes, I'm going to add these cluster individual lashes. I'm going to add around 4 on each eye, and this will really open up your eyes. I think Kylie used only mascara and not any individual lashes, but if you're not blessed with long bottom lashes, then yeah, you can do this or you can just draw them on. So using my tweezer, I'm just pushing up those lashes just to make sure it's not sticking to my skin, and then you can trim them a little bit if you want. And so these are with and without the bottom lashes. So in between those gaps, I like to just draw some lashes on as well. So just brightening up those eyes with a bit of Tarte brightening liner. And for my blush, I am using Romance and Summer Fling by Makeup Geek, and putting these two together really reminds me of the Kat Von D Wish blusher. To clean up my contour line, I'm using a little bit of that translucent powder and just bringing that down just to give my jawline a little bit more definition. So the new highlight I'm using today is by Makeup Addiction Cosmetics in the name Snow Gold. So I literally just put a tiny bit on my brush and it is super intense, which is amazing. For my lips, I'm going to use Dusty Rose by Anastasia Beverly Hills. I find this is the exact same colour to Soar Lip Liner by MAC. But yeah, I find this is the classic Kylie Jenner lip colour. So I'm going to overline very slightly in the centre of my lips and just follow the natural line when it comes to the side. Then I'm just going to add a little bit of concealer just to make them look more poutier and a little bit more fuller. So now for my hair, I'm going to use this blue coloured hairspray and just literally cover my whole head with this. And I used around 1.5 cans for the look I wanted. But yeah, ideally you should do this outside because it really does smell. But yeah, absolutely love this colour. My new favourite colour ever. I'm going to have this all the time. So yeah, I got this spray from Superdrug. And yeah, it was around £1 something. So my camera actually died, so I didn't get to show you how I did my faux bob. But what I did was brought forward all my short layers and pinned up the rest of my hair. So this is my final look, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video and give it a thumbs up. Yeah, thanks guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!